Upgrade complete.
Okay, what was that? Well, the E-Wing is just about finished. I was Giju with the heavy trackers. Cool. So, allegedly, they're incoming at Agamar. It's been playing for a little bit here now, and I've seen no evidence to suggest that they're actually coming. Not sure what else to do, but to just keep waiting. We'd like to use Akbar's fleet sometime, maybe. But I mean, I'm not about to abandon the planet right now. Not when there's potentially a fleet incoming. It's possible that this is a raid. Sea Sages took space over Darknell again. Empire got Smuggler's Run while I've had it here unpaused waiting for something to happen, but nothing seems to be happening. Which has me a little bit worried.
Research complete.
Oop. Was that the... Yeah, the stack is bigger than our stack. Oh no. Was that the E-Wing? Sure was. Nice. Do we just... What? Defense troop. Defender. Starfighter, not defense. Defense trooper, defender, star trooper. Whatever. I think actually also they tried to rename these into Star Defender rather than Star Destroyer. It didn't catch on. Well, I don't know. Okay, let's take a look at what we've got. I'm kind of afraid to. Oh my, that's a lot of random stuff. Some of this stuff is stuff that's been hanging out over Coruscant. Like, I'm pretty sure... Like, these guys, these are all part of the, Coruscant Defense Fleet. Oh boy, they've got... I don't like this one bit. Not after we just lost that other independence. I mean, we've got I mean, we don't really have more here. This is well, I guess we're just gonna have to do something.
Ready for action.
Are you for real?
Choose your reinforcements.
Oh, come on. Okay. Don't like that.
Transport ready.
Thinking I shouldn't have sent these. Okay. Well, you are going to wedge yourself in between the two stations.
Cruiser standing by.
Peel off to the right.
Cruiser responding.
Try to peel off to the left.
Frigate reporting.
You pull straight back.
Transport ready. Awaiting orders.
You as well over here.
Copy that.
And then all
Orders, sir.
of...
Gunboat here, sir.
That's a lot of fight.
Weapons armed.
Wow. Yeah. Okay, we've got the TP-20s. CR-90s, that's... Turbo ion, turbo laser... This thing... I mean... It's not nearly as much firepower. But... It's not terrible. Probably should have brought these here, though, to be perfectly honest.
Advancing.
Let's go this way.
Shuttle here.
And then we've
Shuttle
got
reporting.
the transports. Not you.
I copy. Order acknowledged.
Okay. Let's go, people. Let's move it.
Frigate here. Weapons charged. Frigate reporting.
I like the turn. I don't like that turn. I don't like that turn one bit.
Beware of traps.
Go, man. Well, I suppose
What do you
of
suggest?
everyone here, you can't be stopped.
I copy. There they are. Confirmed. Copy.
Go, 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 before the battleships get in range. This thing can't stop you, but the, Star Destroyers proper certainly can. Yeah, those things. Go, 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 go.
Your command? Armored transport ready. Target acquired.
Charge.
Lasers locked and ready. Yes, Commander. Ready. Squadron reporting. We're here. Weapons armed.
I don't like this.
Weapons ready. Roger.
I really don't like this. This is
Right away.
bad.
Keep your eyes open for those fighters. Form up. Attack. Y-wing here. Changing course to intercept. Form up.
There's
Awaiting
not
orders.
really enough bombers here
Torpedoes
even to
on.
make a proper group. You're doing good. It looks like we're getting out of range of
Orders received.
the tractor beams before they become a problem.
Ready.
You're okay. We don't have very good bomber coverage here. We really don't. As in...
Standing by.
Okay, who gets it first?
Ion cannon
I
firing.
think that's the obvious choice.
Awaiting command. Reporting. Yes, sir. Cargo secure.
Go, go, go. We're gonna find out how good these things are.
Enemy fighters on me. Watch the crossfire. Out of
I
maneuvers.
feel like I've seen this ship before. Somewhere.
Swinging around. Where are you? Scanner contact behind me. Draw their fire.
Really looks familiar.
Acknowledge. I've got a fix. I'm losing my engine.
You're quite good. You...
On station.
I'm not too worried about their
Enemies incoming.
fighters.
Enemy target sighted.
Keep your eyes open.
I mean, I'm kind of worried about their fighters.
Ion cannon
Arming
available.
weapons.
You're
Ion
next.
cannon firing.
That's an Imperial 1. Interesting. I'd like you to come around over here. You turn around.
Reporting in.
You're still doing good.
Coming around.
Formation.
I want them to get in range of the station properly. Like... Is that? Oh no, that's one of theirs. I see. It's a, spatial anomaly, I guess. Weird. What are you? That's a gamma? Oh, it's the
Thrusters and maximum. I've got my approach vector.
Ion
They
cannon available.
looked weird there for a second. I don't know what that was about.
Stay in attack.
You
Ion cannon firing.
Stay in attack formation.
okay? You're gonna need to turn around.
Drawing their fire. We're
Ready in weapons.
Maybe you can just turn on the spot.
Increase your full throttle. Roger.
I don't. This is not okay. What do you think you're doing there?
One on me. Ready for action.
This thing's probably just been firing off at fighters this whole time.
Yes, Commander.
Oh, I forgot these things have point defense.
Enemy
Go
sighted.
after something. I don't know.
Fire.
Turn, please. Turn. Like, seriously, though. Really?
Open fire.
Attack formation.
There she goes.
Awaiting orders.
Full throttle.
Usually it's pretty good about just
Open fire. Try not to let one
swinging around as soon as you tell it to attack something, but
Copy.
wasn't having any of it.
All craft engaged.
They have strong resistance.
Oh man. Just keep
Form off.
firing, I guess. I don't even know.
They have strong resistance.
Ready. Shuttle here. Shuttle reporting.
Roger 6.
Enemies in range.
I'm lost power. I've got
Roger
my
that.
approach vector. Copy. Almost in
Ion
range.
cannon
Command
available.
available. That's it. Scratch one.
You're not doing too hot. You're not. I guess probably you, because you've gotten your main weaponry
Our
back up.
space station is under attack.
Awaiting orders.
Just one on me.
Roger that.
That's good help. Weapons
There's
charged.
that Venator, and there's
Reporting.
a whole mess more to follow.
Awaiting orders. I've lost engine 2.
Let's roll over here.
At your command.
Yeah, speaking of which,
I'm hit. I'm on my
did anybody catch how many Dominators they had? Because I didn't.
A-Wing squadron reporting. We're starting our attack run. I've got one on me.
I think it was like
Thrusters and maximum.
2? At least?
That's got him.
Something resembling that sort of number?
Beware of traps.
Receiving message. Primary target acquired.
Any particular reason you haven't used this?
Barrage initiated.
Eh.
Ion cannon
Try not to
available.
let one on your tail.
You're...
Ion
Yeah.
cannon firing.
Awaiting orders.
What do you suggest?
Loosen up. Copy.
Choose your
How are we looking?
reinforcements.
Yes,
So
sir.
far so good. Can you scoot this way?
Station
I'm not
ready.
as worried about this.
I copy.
I need help.
Ouch. They don't seem like they're firing. Oh. I think the sound engine is having a little bit of a struggle here.
Target sighted.
Not surprising, there is a lot of stuff happening right now.
Acknowledged.
We'll clear the way for you. Keep your eyes open.
Awaiting instructions. Armed and ready. Commencing attack.
I've got him lined
Form up. Protect cargo.
Been hit. I copy.
Space station
mean-
under attack.
You don't have the best weaponry,
Ion
but
cannon available.
at least not for that sort of target, but hey. Guess it's
Ion
gonna have to be
cannon
you.
Decoding transmission. Switch the attack pattern.
Ready?
I don't like this.
Yes, Commander.
Assault frigate here.
Reporting. Engaging target.
That is
Ready.
not, I don't like that. I don't like the looks of that. Where did our, you,
Frequency open. Need help?
are you in
Preparing
range?
for combat.
Hmm.
Frigate moving out.
Awaiting orders.
You guys are looking
On our way.
okay.
I copy.
You guys seem like you're getting work done, so
Enemy fighters
carry
in
on.
range. Reporting.
Except you, because you're
Moving to attack position.
not bad bombers.
Yes, sir.
Standing by.
Ready for action.
I'm pretty sure that whoop 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 is something using power to weapons or similar.
Cruiser standing by.
Fairly sure.
Commence the attack.
Awaiting orders.
I'm not too worried about the
Your command.
battleships and
Weapons ready.
and well, I mean, I'm kind of worried about those, but I'm less concerned about the larger stuff than I am the
Ion
smaller
cannon
stuff,
available.
because they've got so much of it. And one of the big things with ion cannons is that it's not very good against large numbers of smaller things. Bring in the next stuff, the next wave. No, I don't want that. Where's the Venator? There's going to be another Venator. There you are.
Ion cannon firing.
I've got a lock. Incoming.
I'm pretty sure they've got another battleship, at least. Because it was the Imperial 1. I think there were a couple of 2s. And then at least a couple Dominators?
Station ready.
Whew, you're not doing too hot.
Enemy fighters incoming. Ready for action.
Cruiser responding.
Where's the next one?
Awaiting command.
A lot of these Lambdas are bought and paid for. I'm not actually all that worried about them, though. That sort of thing I am.
Standing by.
No!
Armed and ready. Yes, Commander.
You're being dragged out of position.
For reinforcements.
The problem with having the large stuff in reserve is that it's going to take a lot
Crossfire. Ready.
to be able to get enough,
Our space station is under attack.
to be able to lose enough to
Weapons
bring
armed.
anything meaningful in.
Choose your reinforcements.
You know?
Orbital command
Like, we're gonna
available.
need to lose a lot of small stuff or something
Armored transport
large.
Ready.
What's that? Oh, that's a bit of debris. That angle, it looks almost like a Lancer. Hmm.
Ion cannon available. Structure destroyed.
Well, there goes that.
Target critical.
Command received.
Pull back.
I copy.
You guys are still struggling with
Orbital
those
command available.
stupid defenders.
Primary target acquired.
I'm kind of feeling like we
Excellent tactic. Moving into position.
get a little further over here this again.
Reporting.
Keep your
No,
eyes
not
open.
you.
Standing by.
Where's the interdictor?
Bring it
You.
responding.
I don't
Copy
particularly
that.
like that line, but okay.
Positioning.
Yes, Commander.
Attack formation.
We're definitely losing these transports, but considering what they're going
Generator
through,
is down.
like, there is so much stuff out here.
I need to break off.
I've been hit.
And here I am, scrolling the camera around, looking for something, and there's nothing.
Can't shake him. Someone's on my tail.
Well, okay, there's that. Let me look. Let me look. To the right. To the right. No, it's not gonna have it. Okay, well. What are they actually called?
Yes.
YV-929 Armed Freighter. Okay. Sure.
Ion cannon available.
Oh, that's
I've got a fix.
not what I wanted. Whoops. Dang it.
Returning to your
That
position.
the stupid acclimator out there
I need help.
What are your orders?
Increase to full throttle. Drawing their fire.
escaping us. It's escaping us. I mean, probably not permanently, but
Someone's on
it's
my
trying,
Charge.
and that's irritating. Are you tractor beam? Can that just like blow up
Maximum.
already?
Attack
Yes,
formation.
sir.
I can't see him.
Go
Fire.
shoot actually
Open
those,
fire.
because you got. You should be able to do that.
It's no good.
Can't shake him.
Ready. Target acquired.
Copy.
Yes, sir. Attack.
Yeah, we're definitely losing. Okay, here we go. Here we go.
On my way.
Oh,
Space station
what
under
did we
attack.
lose?
We're on the move.
Squad, I need help. Almost in
Orders, sir.
Lost quite a few of these guys.
Switch pattern. Transport ready.
Surprised we haven't
Gunboat
lost
here,
any of
sir.
these yet. Are they that sturdy? No, they're really not. I guess they're just low priority. That's potentially valuable, but that's also
I
like
am with you. Moving to
probably an
coordinates.
indication of how powerful they are actually.
Roger that.
I'm losing my engine.
Form up. Enemy spotted.
Mon calamari cruiser ready.
Enemy unit disabled.
Awaiting orders.
Loosen up.
I think this is getting the eye on next. They had 8 Venators, right?
Stay in attack
Ion
formation.
cannon available.
Pretty sure I have that number correct. Problem is,
Blast, my stabilizer's broken.
I don't know how much that's helping because I don't have any idea how many we've destroyed so far. 3, maybe?
Beware of traps. May the force be with us. Ready for command.
Look out.
Weapons armed. Setting course. Copy.
Roger that.
I'll try and draw their fire.
At your command. Moving to
Where
attack.
is that acclimator? Is it seriously still not pulled back in?
Increase to full
Because
throttle.
those guys were ordered to attack it, and if it hasn't pulled back in, then that means that it's Well, if they're here, not attacking it, that means that it hasn't pulled back into the map yet, I assume.
Choose your reinforcements.
Losing an uncomfortable number of stuff here.
Moving ahead.
Though... Oh. Oh, well. Yeah. It's probably because of the increase in the number of Venators. They're just... You know what, actually?
Awaiting orders.
We need to fight further back.
Destination set.
I'm under
Reporting.
attack.
We don't have the fighter presence necessary to
Copy.
be
Targeting.
pushing that far forward right now.
Your orders?
No, I don't think so.
Right away.
Not when we've got so
Ion
much
cannon
At your
available.
command.
Corvette cover. You? Yeah.
Ion cannon firing.
Been a while since we've seen one of these.
Watch your six.
Form up.
I copy. We have them in our sights.
Switch the
Awaiting
attack pattern.
orders.
I've lost power.
Attack.
Need to keep the numbers of smaller things in line as well. Carracks in particular have a lot of anti-ship damage. These guys do too, I think. Yeah, turbo lasers.
Copy. Fire.
Reporting.
Also the Lancers.
Ready to engage.
I copy. Open fire.
Keep your eyes open.
Reporting. Attack that target.
Ready. Weapons ready.
One herself is doing
Yes, sir.
fine for the moment.
I've got him disabled.
Nothing to worry about there. I'm expecting that to just disappear pretty quick.
Target in sight.
Stupid space debris out here confusing me. Making me think there's actual ships in there and there aren't.
Locking target.
Switch the attack pattern.
Yes, Commander.
Yes, Commander. Initiating attack.
Ready.
Oof.
Attacking target.
I can't hold out. Increase to full throttle.
Ion cannon available.
See him.
I've been hit.
Ion cannon firing.
Got him now. Making another
I
pass.
copy. Cannons charged.
Pretty sure this thing is still fighting those lambdas.
Enemy is down.
Wait, that was... Oh, that's probably you, right?
Choose your reinforcements.
Yeah.
Standing by.
They still have one of those.
Target sighted.
No, concentrate on the Venator. Is that an Imperial? No, that's a Dominator.
Got my
Okay.
prospector.
Ready to
It's
commence.
less concerning, but still concerning.
Awaiting
Watch your
orders.
six. I've got a problem. Ah!
Attack. Roger.
Going to have everyone hit that as soon as the ion cannon is back up.
I've got my prospector. Yes, Commander.
Okay, I guess it's
Fire.
just either come back in and you haven't chased it, or it's not coming back anytime soon. So make yourself,
Yes, Commander.
like, at least pretend to be useful.
Attack that target.
Weapons charged.
This MC is
Weapons operation.
not gonna last.
Readying weapons. Fire.
Ion cannon available.
Roger that.
Ready. On calamari cruiser here.
Frigate reporting.
did give them the order.
Targeting systems active.
I think so.
Weapons on.
Choose
That one
your
was ours.
reinforcements.
Increase to full throttle.
Heading for coordinates. One calamari cruiser ready.
Got it.
Ready.
I got it.
I think that was a
Space station
Carrack.
under attack.
That was that Dominator.
Yes, Commander.
Can you reach that? Yeah, kind of.
Ready for command. Targeting.
Still got another one.
I am with you.
It's coming out of hyperspace in a
Way.
maybe not great spot there.
Cannons armed.
I need help.
Ion cannon's almost back up. Is that? It's another Dominator. So they did have like 4 of them.
Ion cannon firing.
Enemy fighters on me.
Beware
Shield
of traps.
generator is lost.
Mark 6.1.
Ready.
Where are you?
Shuttle
Gonna
here.
just make all of you one group.
Attacking target.
There's no point in trying to separate them
Yes,
out.
Commander.
No point at all.
Acknowledged.
I'm under attack.
Y-wing squadron reporting.
Awaiting orders.
Can you
Forward.
pull it back
Weapons armed.
around?
Fire. Yes, Commander.
It's no good. I can't maneuver.
Open fire.
Copy. Heading for coordinates.
Oh, she's being tractor beamed. Dang it, no.
What do you suggest?
That is so irritating. It completely removes your ability to maneuver and reposition your fleet.
Ready. Affirmative. I got.
Go now.
Time to let one on your tail.
Consider it done.
I've got a fix.
I've got one on me.
Ion cannon
She ain't
available.
moving.
Proceeding to location.
I'm hit.
Ion cannon firing.
Reporting.
I copy. Awaiting orders. Attack that target.
Standing by. May the force be with us.
Get that.
Encountering resistance. Y-wing standing by.
No, come on, you can do it.
Yes, sir.
Taking hits.
We've lost our main shields. Moving out.
Crying out loud, come on.
Can anyone else
Yes,
see him?
Commander. Fall out. All craft attack.
Assault frigate here.
Disabled.
Ready.
Particularly like that.
Standing by.
Space station under attack.
Space station is
Receiving
fine.
Decoding transmission.
Are there any transports around here? No. Those defenders are
Yes, sir.
still evading our... Good grief.
Cruiser standing by. All craft engage.
Shields are down.
Reporting in.
I'm losing power.
Cruiser responding.
Hold on.
Commence the attack.
I'm hoping we're about out of the Venators.
Ion cannon available.
Well,
Weapons ready. Ready to commence.
maybe not quite.
Ready. Attacking target.
Reporting.
Yeah, our fighter cover is really struggling right now.
I'm under attack.
We've lost most of our transports. Certainly, we've lost all
Where'd
of
he
the
come from?
paid-for ones.
I've got him lined up. I'm on him.
Yes, Commander.
Shoot him down.
They were
Shoot him
doing
down.
really good there for a bit, and then they just kind of all fell over all at once, and I think it's because they brought in a whole mess more Venators and smaller things, and we were
We're around for another pass?
mixing it up right in amongst the main body of their forces, which... not great. Not great.
This is bad.
I think they're down to just cruisers and destroyers, though.
I'm in range.
I am with you. Target confirmed.
No,
Target
hit the
sighted.
Venator.
Weapons ready.
Ready.
You go ahead and pull back. You pull forward.
Right here.
You as well.
Ion cannon available.
Keep in formation.
You.
Ion cannon firing.
Yeah, it's looking like they're about out of destroyers. That's...
Losing power.
that's good.
We're too close.
Beware of traps.
Things trying to get away.
Mon calamari cruiser ready.
It's launching those. Is that you? No. Who was launching the proton bombs?
Hold on. Encountering resistance.
Those right there. Those are proton bombs. Are those aimed at us? Oh, that's probably this guy, isn't it? Yeah, it is.
Yes, sir.
Forgot, those have relatively short range.
Space station under attack.
Roger that. Form up.
Yeah, you kind of just slip around back here.
Fire
at will.
They're falling back.
We didn't keep the
What do you suggest?
interdictor alive, did we? And we don't have... no.
Ready.
Still, we can
Ion
get a couple
cannon
more left.
available.
Of what's left. Couple more of what's left.
Readying weapons.
Ion cannon
I don't think
firing.
that'll stop anything, but
Standing by.
come on, a little more. Just a few more. Nope. Whew, that could have been way worse. These things held out surprisingly long, but I don't know how much they were contributing compared to these guys. These... I don't know that that was really a fair test of how effective they are. Because they had quite a bit that was tearing us up pretty good. Like when they had the battleships out to start with, these guys were handling it just fine for the most part. When they started bringing out the destroyers and the cruisers, and the their fighter cover was starting to go up considerably, these guys couldn't handle it. And I think a large part of that is because we didn't have very good fighter cover ourselves. So that suggests to me that maybe using transport is something that you want to do with fighter cover, not just on their own. Then again, you could argue that these things aren't great at anti-fighter, like this is more heavy weaponry. They've got 2 blasters. That's not as good as some of these things for that type of damage. So, like, maybe what you want is to have good diversity of different types of freighters and transports? You know? Because we had basically just the one type there. Yeah, we had stuff being launched, but it wasn't enough to, like, put forth a proper, like, volume of support for them. So yeah, I'm thinking that's probably the key. More different
Building
types.
cancelled.
It does suggest that maybe we should start upgrading these if we want to actually try something like that. Like, we've been upgrading the gammas, but it also occurs to me that these guys at higher levels might actually have interesting abilities. I know this has the... what's it called? The thing that scrambles missiles. I don't remember seeing any Mark IVs of these. And I don't think we have anything that launches these. At least nothing I can think of. I don't remember seeing any of these in any of our battles recently. I don't remember if this has anything, but yeah, if these get abilities at Mark IV, that would definitely be something. I'm also pretty sure that we have access to some other types of transports in other areas. I think so. I'd have to go looking, or at least go looking through the this thing again. R41 Belt Runner. Rebel Dressel. What is a... I know R41, but they're not called Belt Runners, they're called Star Chasers. What's a Belt Runner? Then again, I'm not actually seeing those transports we just used. Oh, it's... no, it's not that. Yeah, that's... this thing doesn't seem to be on there. I don't know. Either way. Yay, we held Agamar. I think we need to do this quick. While they are...
We can do that.
they've been thrown back, that should break their momentum for anything else that they're going to try and do in this area, so we should be able to do this maneuver. Hopefully. Problem is, we need the bomber group over here to do it properly. And in reference to the bomber group, I pulled the tugs out, expecting us to go faster. What doesn't have a good hyperdrive now? Oh, is it those? Those? No, that's a decent hyperdrive. Why? Why are you so slow? The only thing I think we haven't checked is this. Oh, it's the Z95s. Are you for real? That's just frustrating. Well, these things, at least, will get there reasonably quickly. Oh, right, we also lost the Golan. Is that worth rebuilding? I don't know. Probably. Can I be bothered to get somebody down here? Everyone is off building other things. Might as well.
Moving.
Just like that, those quasars are already back. And where are the fighters? Yeah. That's just frustrating. Okay, I'm going to move you in to support Akbar's fleet, as I said, because that's the sort of fleet where he'll be useful. And then we'll get Ragab over to Contrum to get him his Star Destroyer.
Requesting backup.
Upgrade complete.
Moving along.
Upgrade, upgrade, upgrade. Ooh, that was here. I think that was, yeah, it was these guys. Cool. Need to get somebody up here to get that research started again as well. Oh look! They took Darknell again. Oh no, that's Druckenwell. Oh hey, look at that. Another time when the Empire is just not the amount of time that there was nothing there. Ooh, they're spending a lot of credits. Oof. Youch. Okay, that was a big hit. What was this, I wonder? Also, this scale at the bottom, this is a blatant lie. 28 months? 57 months? I don't think so. There's no way that's correct.
Heading out.
Okay, we need another research on Giju. Shall we go with these? The AA-5 speeder truck actually seems pretty decent anti-infantry, to be honest. And a good, like, all-round infantry support vehicle. I suppose these are two.
Upgrade in progress.
We'll keep going with the speeder truck, because why not? These might be kind of cool as well. They're also transports. We haven't used them much because they don't have weapons. Part of me is just kind of wants to upgrade literally everything just to see what it all gets, because there's so many things that unlock interesting, like, new weapons and abilities as they get to the higher levels, that it's like, I kind of just want to see what it all is.
Research complete.
Well, that was the V-Wings. Nice. That means that that's the wrong button. Well, that means we're good for land, for everything. That's literally all of the research we get for land. And we are very close to being all the way up to level 3, except for those defenders. I guess we're getting those next, then. 'Cause, like... Bonadin is just about finished, and Moncal is less just about finished, but it's getting there, and with the amount of time that it takes... it's off the screen. That's so irritating. I really like the filter buttons here. I wish there was a filter, another one for getting rid of the structures. Was that dark now? That was dark now. Interesting. Oh, hey, would you look at that? They did, in fact, get their battleship back. Somehow. I didn't notice it go through Ryloth. They can't build those here, can they? It should show up stations there. I don't know where that came from. I sure hope it's not another one. And that they still have the one back here. Because I don't think they've lost Alzok. Not that I've noticed. Not yet, at least. I'd love to get a spy down there, but... I mean... there's no point in even sending anybody because we can't see anyway. Here we go. Ragab with Emancipator.
Training.
Cool. While we're here...
Unit in
I'm gonna build a
production.
reform. Again, I just kind of want to see what it is, what it looks like, what it does. Probably not going to be anything especially interesting about it, but eh. Okay, so just remembered that we got the thingies on Obroa Sky. I'm upgrading the skiffs because I'm curious, and I'm going to upgrade all of the transports that we haven't upgraded yet and start getting them going. These first upgrades shouldn't take too long. And then well, maybe not too long. Then we'll see like what they get later. I'm particularly curious about these ones. 2400, because I'm pretty sure I've never seen these launched by any of our
Upgrade
units.
complete.
Ooh, what was that one? There was the infantry. Yep. Okay, excellent. So for Ession, we're doing the fighters, the defense fighters.
Building started.
Maybe if
Constructing.
it'll let us.
Researching.
Yeah. And then Oslompax will do...
On the way.
I might
Upgrade
as well
in
go all
progress.
the way with those. No point in not, right? Then... oh, they're up to something.
Moving.
Empress Tata. Wait. CSA. Wait. What? Minor space victory at Empress Tata. Ships lost 48. There's that. Who knows what that actually meant. Huh. The fighters are getting there. Slowly but surely. And then Bregia. Probably no point in getting these. Probably. Let's go with...
Upgrade in progress.
Oh. Maybe we should actually do the T2s, because thing I've noticed getting these out of the garrisons, the Mark IIs, is they have better fire rate. Doesn't say anything about that here, obviously, but maybe we do
Upgrade in
that.
progress.
Should we do that instead? Maybe we do that
Upgrade cancelled.
first.
Upgrade
Yeah.
in progress.
Yeah. I think we go with that.
On my way.
Transport here.
Enemy fleet approaching.
Oh no. No, what was that? Oh. Oh, no, no, no. No, 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 no. Ah. Uh-oh. That ain't good. That ain't good at all. Okay, so yeah, we're definitely going to have to leave this. Unfortunately, we do not have time in this episode to do another lengthy battle like that. I really hope we could get that attack off on Drearia, which should just be a we pop over and either they retreat or they don't, and then we leave. But it's just that is going to take a while. Oh dear. Yeah, it's looking like they've gathered all available forces as well. They left behind N transport. Oh no, it's a Corvette. My mistake. Oh dear. They haven't been able to get reinforcements into this area, so it's just what they've built up in this area, but... oh dear. I really think we need to pull this bunch back, because they're just going to get in the way of being able to deploy all of our bombers. I say that, we don't have very many bombers here, do we? Still, it's just gonna clog things up. I don't know. We'll guess we're just going to have to figure out what to do with that next episode, unfortunately. I don't really know what to do, to be honest.
Constructing unit.
But yeah, that's gonna have to wait till next episode, I'm afraid. So, I will say thank you for watching. Take care, and farewell. I really hope we can get this fleet to retreat. That will really mess with the Empire and the core here. I think